I'm not sure, it doesn't sound like you answered the question. But I just want to...
I don't know how much clearer I can make this.
I don't feel like my question was answered, but if Ray doesn't mind, he handed out a sheet last night at the Citizens Financial Advisory Board or Committee, and he handed it out to, I guess, everyone that was there. And some suggestions I thought that were very good for the committee to consider. And just one thing that he said here, he said, can the committee determine what critical services were cut or lost with the 2010 elimination of town positions? Now my question is, were critical services, were they cut or lost with the elimination of the town hall positions that were cut early last year?
My answer, yes, there was.
Could you
There
state what they were?
was a number of positions that were eliminated that were necessary, and the one that comes to mind immediately is the fact that the secretary for our town attorney.
Okay.
That's one there. Joe comes in and did this for years with us. Comes in 3 to 4 hours a day. He's there all the time, and there's a lot of work. Last year we didn't have a secretary in that position. It went through Craig, and Craig did a great job, but Craig was not here every day, and all the work had to go through his secretary, and it was a long, long process.
Okay.
That to me was a critical position.
So several people were brought back. But I'm just saying,
Several people were brought back in positions that were needed. And it wasn't several, it was just a small amount.
Well, I'm just reading what Ray had said here about critical services. Were there critical services lost? I know you had mentioned secretary to the attorney. Could you give me other examples?
I don't know other positions we filled that weren't there before.
Is there something that you...
No, I was just wondering because I was at the organizational meeting and there was a lot of people that were appointed. So I just figured there was a lot of people
here.
Because I don't remember. I just know a lot of people were appointed.
A lot of people were appointed in positions that had to have appointments in, number one. And number two, we did not create, except for Joe's secretary's position.
Okay, so
I
several
can't
people...
recall any other, I just can't recall.
So several people were brought back. I guess you brought back positions that were there that were eliminated. They weren't totally gone, but you filled them.
I brought back a couple people that were dismissed in 2010, yes.
Okay. So from last year to this year, how many new employees were brought onto the town payroll? About, I don't know, 10, 15? I'll just
I'd just like to make one comment to the public if I could.
Yeah.
I'm in and out of town hall quite frequently.
Okay.
Everybody that is working here is busy. It's not like I come in and people are sitting around water coolers having a good time and having a party.
That's not my
The people we have
issue.
in place are working. I think we are staffed appropriately. Jim's going to be a huge loss, and people are going to be working a lot more. So regardless of who we had in 2010, who we have in 2011, I think for the size of town we are staffed appropriately. And I think people are working very hard in this town. So I really don't want to try to compare one year because I wasn't here last year.
No, that's totally not
We've got
my
a
issue
group of people
as
that
far
are
as the work that
working.
I think if anybody's working. I mean,
Just want to bring that out.
I have no complaints in that matter.
Yeah.
So I was just wondering, like, the numbers of how many people were brought back. I guess supervisor said that they were all critical that we needed to have them. And I was just wondering that, I know that we're in debt and things are going to be looking good, but I guess we can just sustain the amount of people that came back.
I'm saying everybody is
Financially.
There weren't any positions created other than one Rick reference. There were positions that were already there and they were filled. They're filled by different people than were in them last year. But there were no new positions except for the one that Rick referenced.
Well, I I know that there were some positions that people left, but I guess people came back, and is that how I'm understanding it?
There were no new positions, Bonnie, except for the secretary. That was it. Other people were left.
Were we down staffed more last year than we are now? Maybe I'm just gonna say that.
I'm sorry.
Were we down staffed more last year than we are now?
No, I don't think I understand what you're saying.
Well, Joan wasn't here last year.
Yeah, I wasn't here. That's right.
There may have been two, it was just.
What happened was, people that were on jobs weren't put back on the job again this year, someone else is put in that position. So it's still the same number of jobs, it's just different people are doing them.
Okay.
So you have more appointees, but, in other words, they didn't retain you and they brought me in your job. I replaced you, I'm another employee, but it's not another job, it's just you're not there and I am. So there's a new appointment to the job you had before.
Okay.
I would suggest you come in if you want to see, and I'll sit down with you and talk to you and show you all we have. I don't think we're going too far now with this. You want to come in and see me,
Okay.
I'll show you the books.
Maybe I
I
just,
think that's where you're confused. I think
okay.
The
different
purpose
people
of the
are doing the same
organizational
job.
meeting, and if you can just take back up here, the purpose of the organizational meeting is to appoint people. It has to be done every year. You organize the town.
I
So
understand that.
you might have seen a lot of appointments at one time because that's the purpose of that meeting, to organize the town.
So,
It was the same if you looked at 2009 or 2008. Those positions were there, other than the one that we referenced.
okay, the positions are there, well, I'm just saying, the staffing, the employees, we have the, pretty much
People
the same.
changed.
We
People
pretty much
changed.
have the same amount of employees working for the town
Yes.
that we did last year. Is that my understanding,
Yes.
right?
We had about 10 less than
Okay.
5 years ago.
Okay. Thank you very much. I'm sorry if you maybe was misunderstanding what I was trying to say, but
Thanks,
I appreciate.
Bonnie, come in and see me. Anybody else at this point? Eileen?
Hi, I'm Eileen Grant, 23 Celeste Drive. Two things. The first thing is really quick, so I'll say it first. I don't know who's chopping down the snowbanks, but somebody is doing it. Somebody's been doing it the last few days, and it's a really big help. Is it the county or is it you all?
No, it's us.
Yeah, really good job. Some of the little side streets were really getting dangerous, and that's a lot of work, and thanks a lot. It's really a help. So that's the first thing. And the second thing is, I don't know how crazy I am about Jim's new seat, because I can't hear everything he said, and I missed a few meetings. So Jim, regarding audits, you know.
Good to have you back.
Yeah, I don't know if you missed me or not, Jim, but here I am. First, there's a couple of parts of my question. Is there an audit planned for this year? Might I have missed the plan for that? I know that our two newest council members are committed to annual audits. And I was wondering, I remember last year that in February we approved a small, less than comprehensive audit that was completed in July, and for various reasons it wasn't completed in July or August or September. And although it may have been completed in October or November, it wasn't shared with the public until mid-November. So I'm wondering if there's a plan for an audit, whether it's comprehensive or whether it's another small audit, if that would go on simultaneous with the adjustments that are being made as a result of last year's audit, and that we pick other aspects, because there's plenty of aspects. We had 3 or 4 areas that we examined last year, maybe a few areas this year, maybe a few areas the following year. We're going to do an audit every year. Might be appropriate. So I guess in general I'm asking about audits, the corrections on the findings of last year's audit, the progress of this year's audit, and what the plan is for the future going on as far as audits go.
Yeah, we are committed to doing an annual audit every year. We actually we contracted twice last year, once for the annual report, the AUD that goes to the comptroller's office, and then once for a financial statement audit. We're doing one contract this year for the financial statement audit. We have 2 quotes in for that, I'm getting at least 1 more, and,
Is that the controllers?
no, that's the financial statement audit that we do. That'll be done
document?
every year.
Mm-hmm.
No, the annual update document, I'll probably do, and then the financial statement audit will kind of go off of that, and there'll probably be adjustments to it based on their audit. But that'll be done, I hope next month we'll probably be able to pick a vendor firm, and then it's, it's a 6 or 8 week process after that. It'll probably go quicker. This year was my first year. Last year going through, we had a new firm last year do it, so it took a lot longer than we wanted it to. But it will be done months earlier this year than we were last year.
Now, would that be comprehensive, doing the entire workings of the town, or would it be like last year, certain aspects would be examined?
It'll be the same audit we had last, same financial statement audit, which is a audit of the books and internal controls as well.
The audit that I called the mini audit, I know everybody doesn't like that title, but
It'll
I'm
be
just
another
trying
mini
to
audit.
identify
The
what
one
we're
you're calling
talking
the mini
about.
audit, it'll be another one of those. Yeah.
And it will be the exact same?
Yes.
Because the findings in that audit referred to areas that weren't examined. And it would be nice if we were examining the new things, or the things that were referred to in the findings on the mini audit.
I'll have to look at that again. I don't remember what they.
And then how are we coming along with those findings? I know there's some discussion, men and women of goodwill disagree on whether they were significant findings or not. But the findings in that audit, how are we coming along with corrective action?
Yeah. In all honesty, not as fast as I would like. We've corrected some of them. We're in the process of correcting others.
Do we have a plan?
Yeah, I have a little action plan put together for it.
Is that on the website?
No, it's not. I can put something out there. It has all the findings and kind of our plan to attack them. I haven't done as much on it as I'd like. We've had Bruin's kind of taken the front seat for this. And my concern is, and I think I've told this to the board and to the finance committee, is that when this audit comes around this year, there'll be some of the same findings will be on it that were on last year, because we haven't gotten to them yet.
That's
But-
typical.
So that'll be, you'll probably see the same comments for some of the things. We fixed some of them, and we're in the process of fixing others. But we'll see the same comments on some of those things again.
Does the plan have a timeline in it?
It did. My guess is I've blown by those target dates I set in them.
Is there a time we could expect to find it on the web?
Yeah, I can put it out there this week.
Okay, I'll look forward to it. Thank you.
Thanks, Evan.
You're welcome.
Anyone else at this time?